Well, the stop work order at the Silfab facility remains in effect tonight. Despite that directive, Silfab anticipated early today that it intended to attempt to restart operations at 6:30 this evening.
But as of last check, there's been no update on the reported opening. Today, the company addressed the community after two incidents that were reported just days apart. Now, we've been following this breaking news all week. Tuesday, the company reported 300 gallons of diluted potassium hydroxide had spilled. Then yesterday, York County officials announced a leak of hydrofluoric acid. Today, Silfab announced that leak was actually a drip that happened last week. Our South Carolina reporter Rachel Richardson was at today's briefing.
So, Rachel, did Silfab say why it didn't report last week's leak right away?
They did. That leak, or drip as they've been calling it, wasn't reported last week, according to Silfab, because of how small it was. Now, parents and people in this community have been telling me all week that they want more clarity from this company and from local leaders. Today, Silfab's operations director said that they have nothing to hide.
Silfab Solar, we're extremely committed to operating safe and secure facilities.
A second incident at the Fort Mill Silfab Solar facility was reported Thursday, a leak of hydrofluoric acid. At Friday's briefing, facility leaders say that was actually discovered last Friday. Operations Director Greg Baston described it as a small drip that was discovered at the base of a tank. He says the plant has been working closely with the Department of Environmental Services, York County, and the EPA, and expects to reopen shortly.
We anticipate, through discussions that we're having with DES and the county, and we anticipate starting back up operations tonight at 6:30.
They said they believe there's been a lot of miscommunication this week about what's happening at the facility. Silfab has repeatedly said there was no danger to their employees or the public, but that has not put this community's minds at ease. Now they say that there's an opportunity to make improvements and that communication will be a part of their correction plan.
I mean, we've been extremely transparent from the very beginning. I mean, I think if you go back, this obviously has been a challenge in the community for some time, but Silfab has always been open and transparent in everything that we've done here. We've welcomed visitors, we've showed them around, we've got nothing to hide.
Tonight, in a statement, Silfab Solar leaders also expressed their concern and apology to parents and people in this community, saying that they believe that their week was unnecessarily disturbed. They also said today that they are working with county and state leaders as well as the EPA, and they're expecting officials to visit this facility next week. In Fort Mill, Rachel Richardson, WBTV, on your side.
All right, Rachel.